No one would deny that there's a lot happening in the world of startups, but how can big companies tap into it in a way that aligns with their objectives and creates real value? We created a large format discussion guide as part of our Innovation Illustrated series to lay out 7 of the most common approaches to plugging into the startup ecosystem, from those that are totally free and lightweight to those that are more expensive and involved. We start off with startup scouting and engagement. 73% of companies in our most recent survey say they attend conferences in the startup ecosystem, and 48% say they use startup databases to identify relevant startups around the world. Second is open innovation, or hackathons, which bring together startups, students, and sometimes outside inventors to cultivate ideas and prototypes in a condensed period of time. 37% of companies tell us they organize these. The third approach is running pilot tests or proof of concepts with startups. One key issue here is moving things along quickly without getting bogged down in bureaucracy and paperwork. Our research found that one of the biggest challenges of corporate startup collaborations are the differences in operating speeds. Approach number 4 is making ad hoc investments in specific startups to own a piece of them. Often this is motivated by a pilot test that leads to a commercial relationship, which will likely make the startup more valuable. Fifth is accelerators, which bring together a cohort of fledgling companies focused on a particular industry. Usually this involves making a small investment in each company. 43% of our survey respondents tell us they sponsor a startup accelerator or that they mentor with one. Sixth is setting up a corporate venture capital group and making a series of investments, and likely follow-on investments, in a portfolio of companies that you view as likely to succeed. 56% of our survey respondents say they have a corporate venture capital arm, and another 8% say they're considering setting one up, or they're in the process of doing that right now. The 7th and final approach we lay out is acquisitions. It's obviously the most expensive one, paying millions or billions of dollars to bring in a startup with a successful product and customer base. And of course, there are lots of ways that the integration can go off the rails. One thing is clear, figuring out which of these approaches fit best with your organization's needs, resources, and staffing is really important. Nearly 70% of our survey respondents tell us that they expect their startup engagement activity to increase from 2022 into 2023, which means a lot of your competitors are working hard to find upside and profitable partnerships in the startup ecosystem. We're grateful to the MIT Industrial Liaison Program and MIT Startup Exchange for their support of this research initiative from InnoLead. You can access a printable version of this large format discussion guide and 3 earlier ones in the series at innolead.com/innovationillustrated.